Starting our second lesson in Tynker, we're going to do some slightly different work today. In addition to the coding and puzzle solving we've been doing, we're going to do a little bit of reflection. I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. When you first sign on, instead of signing on to Tynker first, you're going to sign on to Drive first. And when you get to Drive, if you haven't already selected your profile, you're going to do that. And if you come up and it's not your name, click on the name in the upper corner, and then go down and click on your name and enter your passcode. Now that you've signed into Drive, you can double-click the Home button, and actually single-click the Home button, and return to the main screen. Now we're going to go to Tynker, and we're going to work in Tynker for most of the period. I want you to try to remember where you stopped last time and pick up there. If there are some challenges you didn't do as well on, you can revisit those if you want. While you're working, if you get stuck or learn something new, I want you to take a screenshot of it. So here, I'm putting together the code needed to solve this puzzle. And once I get that right, or if I'm really stuck, I'm going to take a screenshot of it. That captures it for later use. You're going to go through, you're going to solve the problems you can, and later on in the period, I'm going to say, time's up, let's make a reflective video. Now at this point, I'm going to have you open Sonic Pics. When we get to Sonic Pics, we're going to create a new project. We're going to call it Tynker Reflection. And we're going to create. Now, we're going to tap to edit image title. We're going to add images. I'm going to authorize this. We're going to say OK. I had to authorize twice there. Now, we can see that the prior user has left a lot of photos on this iPad. Remember that when you're done, you can delete the photos on your iPad. I accidentally put too many photos in here, so I'm going to see if I can somehow erase those. It doesn't. So, what I've got here is a little bit of confusion. Well, I only need one of these photos, but I'm just going to record over one of them and see if I can take the other two out later. I'm going to hit the record button. I'm going to give it access to my microphone. Tap anywhere to begin. So here we go. Tap here to begin recording. While I was working on Tynker, I learned several things, and this was a really confusing part of it until I figured out how the nested conditional commands work. Now, while I was recording, you couldn't see what I was doing. So I'll have to show that to you live because it wouldn't let me reflect while I was recording. But now, and I see that I've misnamed this. It says Tynker recording. Great typo. We're going to save to the library. Once it's saved to the library, you can head back to Google Drive. And once I'm in Google Drive, I'm going to click Upload. I'm going to click the plus button. I'm going to upload photo or video, and I'm going to upload from my camera roll. We can see that it's uploading. Once it uploads, I'm going to click that little letter I. I'm going to click Share, and I'm going to share it with Sam. And you're also going to share it with your classroom teacher. So maybe you're in Lauren's class. Now, you'll see that the name on the screen here isn't even Tynker Reflection. It's renamed it something. So if you go over here to, can we rename? We can rename. If you go over here to rename, and you type Sam Tynker reflection. We've got the title, Tynker Reflection. We've got my name, Sam. You don't need to put any spaces in it because sometimes file names have difficulty with spaces. We say rename. And we're done. That's what we're going to be doing today. So while you're working, take plenty of screenshots. At any point that you are really happy with what you're doing or you're really confused, and at the end of class you're going to pick one of those and compose a brief reflection on it. Thanks and have a great class.